Dois, três!
Hi, eu sou Esquila e you're watching Beatbox Nacional da Área. I'm 31. I started doing beatboxing at 2002, so it's 17 years. But in the beginning I started doing beatbox without even knowing that it already exists as an art form. So I was just doing some random sounds and random noises, and I was just playing around, and then just one guy told me, "You're doing very good beatboxing." Wow. The first video motivated me to do beatbox, and it was Fat Boys. And I was like this, crazy, and that gave me a lot of push to try to do it like this. Then of course I saw some crazy other videos of other old school legends like Joe Fresh. Then I found Kenny Mohammed's Roselle. After that, Killer Kella blew my mind. And I was more and more involved into the beatbox community before actually internet was huge like today. To be honest, it's very difficult to answer what are my top influences, because all of the beatboxers are huge inspiration for me. Even today, like from the battle, all of the beatboxers impressed me somehow, you know. So I would not like to go in a very particular and certain thing. Like, all the legends gave me a lot. So as a new generation, it was my turn to build something, so now it's my turn to give something, you know. So everybody gave me a big push. So I really respect the old generation, and I respect the new generation as well. And that's how it should be, I believe. Actually, before I started beatboxing, some people already called me Skilla, because I was doing very good some of the sounds like birds and stuff like this. Like I was able to do when I was kid, and they just started calling me like this because I was good in a few things. And our language, Bulgarian language, gave us the opportunity to be very particular and sharp in the sounds. So as soon as I started doing rhythms and beats, I was already technical beatboxer, you know, even in the beginning. Because my language gives me this opportunity, and I found it very easy to express myself like this. I love beatbox battling, you know. I love beatbox battling because it's a crazy way to present the art form of beatboxing. For some people it's not the favorite, but I think beatbox battling is the reason why beatboxing is going so crazy, because this is probably the easiest way for beatboxers to level up, you know, because they need to go on stage, they prepare, they want to be better than their opponent, so they train every day, and all of the beatbox battle are impressive. For sure, I can tell, not because he's a very good friend of mine, but all the GBBs in the last years, and not only in the last years, but blow my mind, you know. It's crazy, because you can see everywhere, every crazy artist from all over the world, you know. It's great produced, like sound, vision, stage, everything, and that's how people should express and present beatboxing, because beatboxing on a shit sound system, it's not nice. Yes. You need to hear the real potential of it. So yeah. My first tip is to be consistent. This is very important. Like it's not gonna happen for 1 week or for 2 days. You have to practice not months but years, even decades, you know, like every day, and you have to be very consistent. And my second probably favorite tip to give is to be just honest. I told you a few days ago, like, be honest with yourself, be honest with your ideas, be honest with your heart, and then you will find your way much faster than you expect. I have to say that my biggest inspiration was from when I lost battles, not when I won.
Yeah.
I felt so bad when I lost battles because I knew that I can do better, but I didn't work enough. So losses can be your biggest push, and this is the biggest motivation you can have. And that's what happened with me. 2009, I was at the World Champs. I was already good beatboxer with techniques, with some variations. I had prepared a lot of rounds, but something happened and I lost. And of course, Darren is crazy beatboxer, he won. But I felt very bad because I knew that I can do it, but something is missing, you know. Then I came back home, I started working. And on 2011 I had the opportunity to go my second international beatbox battle at GBB, the first international GBB, and I gave all my power and push there, and yeah, then I won. Then I had to defend my title next year, again at GBB, and I lost in the final against Bowsy, and that killed me. Like, I was so disappointed from myself because I worked a lot, I prepared a lot of rounds, but I lost. I went back home for 1 week because the World Champs were in 1 week later after the GBB. I rearranged everything. So I made around 25 or between 20 and 25 different rounds for the different participants at the World Champs. Like, if I fight Richmond, I have 1 round. If I fight Alem, I have another round. If I fight against Wachten, I have another round. The same routines but different combinations. So I was sure that I can find my strong possibilities to arrange the patterns and the rounds. And that's what I did. I had a notebook in the backstage, so I was really good prepared, really good, like everything was in my head. I practiced for the World Champs and for all the battles that I decided to participate more than 6-7 hours in a day. Like, I rented a good studio in the center of my city, Sofia, with some friends. We shared the rent, of course, but I was staying there literally all night. Even I was sleeping in the studio, waking up and yes, eating a little bit water and again, all the day. I could even more than 6-7 hours, and that was for years. I still do it. But maybe I'm trying to produce more stuff. I'm doing some loop station as well. So I don't practice only crazy techniques like 6 hours, but I do solo beatboxing at least 2 hours in a day or 1 hour, which is okay because now the everyday is much more crazier than before. I don't have that much time. I have to do a lot of other stuff. But from what I saw today at the second Brazilian champs, I'm really impressed because I know how we were when we had the second Bulgarian champ. Like, it was not that good, and you already have close community with very nice and positive people, with crazy artists. We heard some unique stuff tonight with some originality. We heard crazy technicality as well. So I was impressed from the level, and for sure you have still many years to develop even stronger because Brazil has huge potential. Like, this country is amazing. The people are great, and I believe that it will be top beatboxing country in the world in the future. So just keep it. Yes, I would just say that people should go and visit events. I know it's very difficult, especially when you have big country like Brazil. It's probably expensive. I understood, for example, one guy who came 2 days or 3 days by bus. I mean, I know that it's crazy, but that's how it should happen. Like, just beatboxers should go and visit events. You should, guys, continue organizing events, making even stronger connections with other organizations, sponsor partners, and all kinds of stuff, so you can level up. So beatbox level is leveling up, so you also, guys, you level up, and that's the way how it is. What it is, man. If you want to know more information about the beatboxing in Brazil, go at beatboxnacional.com.br. Shout out for BeatFellas.
Ah, cabrito! Ah, da hora, cara, da hora.
1, 2, 3.